Can they watch the celebration? Is there still a chance for them to see the fireworks?
Yes, yeah. So we've partnered with KMU TV to stream the fireworks show. So you can watch that live and free with the PBS app, the KMU website, your TV provider, or just your basic antenna as well. And all information regarding the iHeart America celebration, you can find out more at cstx.gov/iHeartAmerica.
What's up, College Station? I'm Grace Hollowell, and today we have a very special episode of What's Up, College Station. We have Jeep and Jessica here from our Parks and Recreation team to talk about the iHeart America celebration, as well as the Red, White, and Splash celebration. Welcome back.
Thank you.
We always love when our Parks team is on the show. We talk about a lot of fun events, and the iHeart America celebration is returning, and the Red, White, and Splash event is a new one, which I'm very excited for. And by now, you guys have both been on the show a couple of times now, so we all know who you are and what you do. But what is your favorite part about your job now that we're into the summertime?
Yeah, I mean, I'd have to say, I think most people look forward to the summer, whether that means school is out, warmer weather, so, get out and do some outdoor activities. And so I think that there's just this general vibe and excitement that comes with the summer season, and so that always gets me amped up for whatever programming we have in store.
Yeah, summer always feels like a big party.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. What about you?
I love getting tan.
Yeah.
No, it's, I enjoy like the atmosphere. I get to see returning kids to my swim teams or my swim lesson program. I have some staff that's come back to me every year since I've worked here, so about 4 years now. So it's really been fun to like watch them all grow up, and they start doing things, and they're like, I'm so excited to tell me, and so it's always like it's like going home again, and then it's just busy. I go home and I'm like, oh man, next week's July 4th. Summer's almost over.
I know. It feels like it's been going super quick.
It has.
So how does what you do in bringing these events impact our community, residents and visitors alike?
Yeah, I mean, I think families are always looking for something to do, especially in the summer. Kids are out of school, so we need to find ways to get them active, moving, entertained, occupied, right? And same goes for the visitors that are coming into the city. This is when people often have a lot more free time, want to take those vacation days, and that is where we're able to welcome everyone in. And so by having different types of programs, events, and opportunities to fill in those gaps, I think that's kind of what makes the summer season so special for both our locals here, but then also the visitors that come into town.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know growing up for July 4th, that was like a travel holiday for us. So we would go visit family that didn't live in the same town that we did, but we would go and do things out in that town that we were visiting. And I think that rings true to a lot of our residents here as well. So for our listeners who may not be familiar with College Station and some of our programs and events, what is the iHeart America celebration?
Yeah, so iHeart America celebration is an opportunity for the community to come together a night under the stars and listen to some pretty awesome music at our most iconic venue here in town at Wolfpen Creek Amphitheater. So gates open at 7 o'clock, and we invite everyone to come bring their picnic chairs and blankets and find a seat on the amphitheater grounds, where we will prepare for about an hour and a half of awesome music. This year we've got the infamous Josh Abbott Band there, so we're very excited to have them. And we will have some activities on site as well. Food trucks will be there. We have some free food while supplies last as well. So it's really just a place to gather everyone and celebrate and see some awesome fireworks as well.
Yes, that is the part that I look forward to the most of Independence Day is the fireworks show. And this year's celebration is part of the America 250 celebration. Why is that significant in an event like this?
Yeah, I think all eyes are on this day,
Right.
Whether it's related to our event in particular or not. So many people have so much pride for our country and how far we've come from the very beginning, and so this is certainly an epic milestone for us to all get to be a part of together. And so I feel that this is kind of the time where everyone wants to do something. You know, it feels like a big thing because it is a big thing. So let's go big and let's have a fun time all together. And that is kind of what I think is going to make this I Heart America in particular so special.
Yes, wear your red, white, and blue. Get your
yeah.
Old Navy flag shirt. I don't know if they still do
Yes.
those, but I know
They do.
Okay, perfect.
Already got ours.
All right. So, what can attendees expect when they arrive at the amphitheater for this event?
Yeah, so it's going to be open seating, so we invite everyone to come, bring whatever you'd like to sit on out to the amphitheater. Once you're there, we will have some watermelon and sausage on a stick that is free to all while supplies last. But we will also have some food truck options there available as well. We're going to have some face banners and balloon twisters there, so a couple activities. We'll have some yard games on site as well. Everything really kicks off at around 7:30 with some opening remarks and our national anthem performance, of course. And then 8 o'clock is really when the big show starts. That's when Josh Abbott Band will take the stage. And following their performance at 9:30, we'll have an amazing fireworks display as well. So lots of cheering, lots of
Yes.
fun, and just kind of a big, widespread environment for everyone to be in.
Yes, and what can people bring to this event?
Yeah, so you can bring picnic chairs, blankets to this event. You can also bring your own coolers with your own refreshments if you'd like, of course. And, you know, bring a smile. Bring something fun.
Yeah.
We just ask that there are no kegs or glass containers or umbrellas, things that could obstruct someone's view.
Yes, that is a good point to keep in mind. And with the Josh Abbott Band headlining this year, that's a big deal. They're a huge artist, and this is a free event. How exciting is it to bring this nationally recognized act to College Station for free for our residents?
Yeah, so it's really exciting because we have such an awesome, iconic venue. You know,
Yeah.
just the look of it, the
moat.
The
The
moat.
moat.
Yeah, the moat. Like
The moat is the
I can't
cool.
think of how you describe it, the shape of it, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's something that when people go and see a show there, it's very memorable. You
Yeah.
probably haven't been to a concert just like it. And so by having one of the best Texas country music groups coming to grace our stage and sing some awesome songs that lots of people are going to be singing along to. You know, a lot of us know some of these popular songs together.
Yeah.
I think it's going to help make this 250 celebration even more special, adding that extra level of community, because it's like, oh man, we all love this awesome Texas band
So much.
Yeah.
yeah.
It was my first
Sounds like
concert.
you're a
It was
huge
my first
fan.
concert.
Oh wow,
Yep.
that's so special.
Trust me, I was like, ooh, maybe we cancel my event. I was like, how can I sneak over there and be in two places at once? So yeah, but
Oh yeah. Well, yes, it is definitely a big celebration. Like you said, we're doing it big. We're doing it loud for the America 250. And how are the fireworks? What makes that display so special?
Yeah, so we worked really hard with our fireworks and pyrotechnic team to bring an awesome fireworks show at Wolfpen Creek. Our area where we're located is a little bit unique, and so we have to actually work with them to order specific fireworks. So one, that they are big, loud, and showy, but so that everyone at the amphitheater and the surrounding area can see them, right?
Yes.
We also we're going to have a patriotic playlist that accompanies the fireworks show, and so we work alongside with that fireworks group to kind of sync those things up and create this seamless audio-visual experience for everyone.
Awesome. And when people arrive for this event and they want to get a good seat, they want to get a good spot for the fireworks and music, what part of Wolfpen, where should they show up? Because I know it's a large park,
Yes.
so people who might be unfamiliar might not know where to go. Where should they go?
Yeah, sure. So I personally recommend being at the actual amphitheater site. Anywhere up along the hill, you are going to get some of the best vantage points.
Yes.
But because of where the actual fireworks shoot off, anyone on the amphitheater hill should be able to see them. Our fireworks area is going to be fenced off over at our festival site. So if you want to get a little bit closer, you can actually merge your way over there to the festival site. But then, of course, our free parking is available at the Post Oak Mall. Some people do prefer to just hang out at the mall and watch the fireworks performance from there. We will actually have Holloman Street shut down for the festival. So we do encourage you to make your commute,
Yes.
plan it ahead of time. But we will have some food truck vendors and other activities out there as well. So if you just want to park, hang out near your car, you're still going to get an awesome view of the fireworks display.
Yes, absolutely. Now, Jessica, the Red, White, and Splash event is a new event. Tell us a little bit about it and what inspired you to create this event.
I've worked at many of places on July 4th, and we've always done some sort of event. And then the last couple of years, I was like, hey, we should do something. And then finally this year, I've, kind of never know what I wanted to do. And then last year, actually, I had left something at the pool. And so I swung by the pool about the time we were shooting off fireworks. And I went over and I was like, let me see if I can see them. And I saw that I could see the fireworks relatively well, obviously not as well as if I was at Wolfpen Creek.
Right.
But I could see the fireworks at the pool. And I was like, you know what? Next year, I think I could do an event. And so this year I was talking to my boss, Louie, and I was like, hey, I really want to do this event. You can see the fireworks. Obviously, are they as perfect if we were at Wolfpen Creek? No, but they are really, really good. And so I was like, you know what? Let's do an event. We'll call it Red, White, and Splash. So we're not obviously totally copying I Heart America. But I figured, what's better than July 4th and some fireworks and a pool?
Yeah, I think pool parties are so synonymous with summer, and I'm one of those people where I love fireworks, but I love them from a distance because I am like a frightened little dog with loud noises. So if I'm too close, my heart rate starts to jump a little bit. But they're so beautiful, and nowadays I feel like like you said, the synchronicity with the music.
Yeah.
They're so fun to watch. So I think this event is something that I would prefer, being a little bit farther away, but still able to see. So how does the atmosphere at Adamson Lagoon differ from Wolfpen Creek?
Obviously we'll have a pool, so kids will still be splashing around, going down the slide, going across our lily pads. I think at Wolfpen you would get the music atmosphere and live music. So we'll still have good patriotic, fun music going through our speakers, but ours will be more very, kid friendly with the slides going and pool time going on. So I was like, it'll just be all the kids.
Yes.
But it will still be a lot of fun. So while it will be more like a concert fireworks show, it will still be like pool time and a fireworks show over at Adamson.
Awesome. And what type of yard games or activities can families enjoy at the pool?
So we have bowling and cup pong, and I want to say, I think deep down somewhere we've got some checkers. And then I also figured I was going to see what yard games Jeep does not use, and I'll go take it over to the pool. We've got a good plethora of yard games in our parks closet, so I figured could divvy up a little bit. And then, of course, I thought about doing a couple of fun game events at Adamson Lagoon and letting people sign up and have some fun.
Yeah.
We got some cool prizes coming on, too.
Yes, and the pools are open during the day for July 4th.
Yes.
What are those hours?
So both pools, Cindy Holleran and Adamson Lagoon, are open to the public from 12 to 6. And then Cindy Holleran will close at 6 and be closed for the day. Adamson Lagoon will close, and anybody that would like to exit are certainly welcome to. And anybody that would like to just stay on for the event can stay. They don't have to leave and come back. They are welcome to stay.
And then those who are showing up just for the event in the evening, is there a ticket fee or anything they need to do to attend?
No, it's a free event. I will say our capacity is 450.
Okay.
So I have some wrist bracelets that people will get, so that way, fire marshal and my lifeguards don't get overwhelmed. But I would always suggest getting there earlier if you were wanting to stay for the event.
And just like I asked Jeep, what can people bring to the pool if they plan on attending the Red, White, and Splash event?
Yeah, so you're welcome to bring any coolers. We just say no alcohol, no glass products, nothing with a seed. So no watermelon, no pumpkin seeds, no sunflower seeds, because they can get into our pump system and mess them up.
Okay,
I know.
Interesting.
A lot of people
never would have thought of that.
A lot of people don't, so I do try to mention, and it is funny. But you're welcome to bring any food, snacks, any U.S. Coast Guard approved life jackets. So the plastic floaties are not U.S. Coast Guard approved, and no inflatables or noodles or anything like that. So we will actually have life jackets on property, and we also will have some noodles for patrons to utilize.
And then I know in the more recent years, like body glitter, especially for 4th of July, and like temporary tattoos, face paint like that, has become very popular. So
It has.
Is that permitted to go in the pool?
Absolutely. I will
Okay.
tell you, some of my guards will have the tattoos and the body glitter. They get very excited about this day because I do always let them wear their patriotic gear appropriately. And
Yes.
so my boys love to put tattoos all over their
Yeah.
arms. It's the one day they really, really enjoy. So
Yeah, I've seen now it's almost like a hair gel stick
Yep.
with glitter in it that has like red,
mine
white,
gets
and blue.
delivered today.
Okay, awesome.
Just saying.
Last year's I Heart America celebration drew in a crowd of thousands of people. What does that level of community participation mean to you and your team?
Yeah, it really means a lot to see that, you know, we can put on free events all year long, which we do, by the way, but they don't really mean anything if our community doesn't show up to participate in them, you know? And so when we get these big attendance numbers, like for our I Heart America celebrations, it really just, you know, it shows that our hard work does pay off.
Yeah.
It shows that the community does really appreciate these things that we put on, and it offers kind of like a third space area, you know? Families can bring their kids, they can bring their loved ones, people from out of town, and all celebrate together under the stars with some great music. And so being able to see all of that come to fruition, it feels really good.
Yes. And for people who might not be able to make it, whether they're homebound or just would prefer to stay at home, can they watch the celebration? Is there still a chance for them to see the fireworks?
Yes, yeah. So we've partnered with KMU TV to stream the fireworks show. So you can watch that live and free with the PBS app, the KMU website, your TV provider, or just your basic antenna as well. And all information regarding the I Heart America celebration, you can find out more at cstx.gov/iHeartAmerica.
And again, it's just the fireworks streaming, not the music, right?
Correct. You got to come in person to see the music, but we've got a pretty large capacity at the venue, and so we encourage everyone to come on by and see. But if you prefer to stay home or can't make it, tune in online, and you should be able to see a good fireworks display.
And what kind of memories do you hope families take away from both of these celebrations?
Yeah. You know, this being the 250th anniversary, I think it's going to be a memory for everyone,
Yeah.
right? Everyone's going to remember where they were when America celebrated the 250th. And so to have the opportunity to play a part in that, and having some great music and having some games and entertainment, free food even, all those senses, you know, like, that sausage tasted so good, and, you know, the
Watermelon.
smell, the smell and the taste of it all, and the sounds of the music, and the sounds of the cheering and excitement. All of those are going to help bring back a positive association with this amazing event that we put on. And so we're really excited to be able to be a part of that.
Yes.
I'm just hoping for, you know, fun, safe, that everybody comes in safe, leaves safe, a little tired, a little sunburned.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was, like Jeep said, some great memories. And of course, this is our first year doing this. So I personally hope it goes well so I can continue doing fun events.
Yeah,
So.
it makes me think, I mean, it's a little different, but the movie The Sandlot.
Yes.
When they are having their night game with the fireworks going off in the background, and I think people from the pool, they'll be going down the slide and pausing to go, wow, looking at the fireworks and everything. That community feel is what we're going for.
Absolutely.
But before we wrap up, one more time, when is the celebration? We'll start with Jeep.
Yeah, so I Heart America is going to be on July 4th. Gates open at 7 o'clock, so we encourage everyone to come on by then. Put your blankets, put your yard lawn chairs out, and get a spot. We will have some opening remarks and national anthem beginning around 7:30 or so. The Josh Abbott Band will go on at 8 o'clock, followed immediately by our fireworks display at 9:30 that night.
Perfect.
And Red, White, and Splash will be, of course, on Saturday, July 4th, starting at 7:30. But of course, if we've got patrons swimming before, they can stick around and enjoy some extra swim time.
Well, we have a fun lightning round before we wrap up, as always, all themed to 4th of July and summer fun. Are y'all ready?
Let's do it.
Okay, concert or fireworks?
Both.
Both. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with fireworks.
Okay. Watermelon or sausage on a stick?
Sausage on a stick.
Sausage.
Okay. I would have said watermelon, but that's just me. Best place to watch the fireworks?
Wolfpen Creek.
Adamson Lagoon.
Favorite 4th of July tradition?
Wearing my Old Navy shirts. I have one from the last, like, let's not go say how long, but I have several from like the last few years.
Awesome.
I agree. Getting dressed up, you
Yep.
know, all red, white, and blue out. It's fun to see
Mm-hmm.
everyone, go all out. So it's
Yeah,
cool.
there's only a few times a year you can get all out in
Yeah,
the red,
Yeah.
white,
and not
blue.
everyone does it. You know, kids
Yeah.
and adults
Yeah.
alike. You know, everyone's involved. So
Yeah.
love seeing that.
And then finally, if you could describe the I Heart America and Red, White, and Splash in 4 words, what would they be?
Out of this world.
Chlorine, sunscreen, happy, splash.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for being here today. We will see y'all on the 4th.
Yeah, thanks
See
for
you
having us.
then.
See you then.
And that's what's up.